Good morning, dear students. So, today we are going to learn Kepler's third law, planetary motion. We have seen two laws, right? First law and a second law we have already seen. Now we will see the Kepler's third law, planetary motion. So, in this law, what we are saying, see, in first law, he said about the motion. How is the motion? He told us that it is moving in an elliptical way or pattern, right? Then second law, he said that what he told about the second in the second law, he told about the time period. He told about the distance. Sorry, he told about the distance. Correct. In first, he told about the pattern of movement of the planets, and in second, he told about the distance of the planets, right? How much distance they are covering. Now in third law we are going to learn about the time period. We are going to learn about the time period, how much time it will take, how much distance it will be taking. So see, now we know that if this is sun, right, around this sun the planets are moving. Suppose this is first one. First is the Mercury, second is the Venus, third is the Earth, and fourth is the Mars, and so on, like in this way. So this is sun. So do you know that the speed of the revolution, the speed of the rotation of these planets around the sun is, if we are talking about the Mercury is having 48 meter per second. Okay, so it is having 48 meter per second. Then we are moving towards Venus, it is having 35 meter per second. Then Earth, it is having 30 meter per second. Mars, 24 meter per second, and so on. So you can see that the speed is decreasing. The speed is decreasing when we are moving away from the sun. Then the speed is automatically decreasing. Correct. So here we can understand that the nearest one will be having the highest speed and the farthest one will be having the lowest speed. Like Saturn is having 10 10 meter per second. So this is how we are saying. Okay, so this is the speed. Now among from this what we have concluded that nearer the planet higher the speed. So let us consider r as the distance between sun and the planet. So this, okay, if we are talking about Venus or Mercury or Earth, let us take about the Earth. So this I am taking the distance from sun to Earth as r, and t is the time period, okay, time taken to make the revolution, make the rotation of the sun, है ना. अर्थ का टाइम कितना टाइम ले रहा है वो हो गया t. So from this third law it says it have given the expression. अब केपलर का मानना था कि ये जो भी रिलेशनशिप है इसके लिए एक मैथमेटिकल क्या होना चाहिए, एक मैथमेटिकल टर्म होनी चाहिए टू कैलकुलेट दिस. तो उसने कहा कि जो टाइम टेकन बाय प्लैनेट है उसका स्क्वायर इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द सन एंड एंडिंग प्लैनेट. ठीक है, अगर हम अर्थ की बात कर रहे हैं तो अर्थ का, तो डिस्टेंस का क्यूब, टाइम स्क्वायर इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द डिस्टेंस क्यूब. Okay, so we can calculate the value of r by taking the k constant. K is the Kepler's constant. So remember this expression as the third law of Kepler's planetary motion. What the statement says, the third law of statement is, it states that the cube of the mean distance of a planet from the sun is directly proportional to the square of its orbital period t, and this is the expression. Remember this. No more you have to read in this much only needed. The further derivation is in the 12th class. So now you have to remember this much only. Get it? Thank you.